Test, test. Test, test. Did the OBS reset turn off the microphone? I'm talking all the time and nobody's hearing me. Very nice. Well, well, well. Shit happens. I tend to talk about stuff 50 times anyway, so it's no big deal. Okay, so we're currently doing a small strip mine for hematite. And... Ooh! The second siege! Good, they activated the microphone. Okay. Let's assess the situation. Two, three, four, five. 5 waves. Whew. That is a lot. Okay. Let's assign all dwarves to our safety bureau. And activate it. Then assign our military dwarves to defend the entrance. They're equipped with a full set of steel armor, so it should be fine. We have a lot of axe blades in the entrance here. No, little cat, don't go outside. Dude, Minkot, you're not gathering plants. How do I assign you to the squad temporarily? He's so stupid. I tell him get inside and he's like, oh, let's collect some plants. Minkot was his name. Minkot. Get the fuck inside. Man. Okay. Now we remove him from the squad. And if he goes back outside to collect plants, it's on him. Okay, our 2 herbalists are safe. Where's the flock of zombies? Oh, how many are this? Oh, this could be it. So many. Are you a visitor? Yeah. Oh boy. So 2 dwarves in full steel armor can take on a lot of zombies, but they can also get very unlucky. Entrance, it might get killed too. Damn. Do we have another? 3 would be better, I think. Where are the zombies? Come here already. Did they kill anybody? Not yet. These are two separate necromancers. I really would like for them to implement formations so they actually walk as a troop or something like that. This flock looks more like a cloud. The cat. Please don't play outside. Okay. We are producing more tables. So let's just place some chairs to calm ourselves down. The first dwarfs can get some coffers. Yeah, nice. Have the undead arrived yet? A flock of drunken homeless people. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Both soldiers are ready. Oh boy. Here they come. Oh, the first one. He's pulling his intestines behind him. You look injured. Oh, this is a normal goblin. Don't know why they have a live goblin here. Sorry, head. Oh, she's still alive and kicking. For now. The cat is scared. The zombies are too, apparently. Okay. First one dead. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oof. Here they come. Oof. Oh boy, we survived. We survived. And everybody is dead. We didn't lose a single dwarf. Oh god. Whew. Oh boy. Let's remove the fortifications for now. It's okay. We have a chance to clean them up. And let's expand our corpse stockpile. So there's room for the new people. And then we need to pause the burrow and send our soldiers back to train. This went incredibly well. Okay, the swinging axe blades are also doing a lot of work, which is nice. Okay, one on-guard duty is enough. And we got some more migrants. 75 dwarfs in the 3rd year, very nice. So the entire area, the entrance area here, oh squirrel, counts as outside because we have this roofing. We build it outside and have this roofing on top of it. So even if we don't clean up all the corpses in the entranceway right away, they will not produce any nasty fumes. Stoneworkers Guild. Hmm. Let's do the following. Let's reduce the training area for our dwarves, expand the dance floor, or rather put the dance floor of the tavern up here. Another artifact will be produced. Then we cut this off and make another guild here. Like this. Would be Stoneworkers Guild. Bloop. And then we assign this artifact and should be immediately halfway to Grand Guild Hall. The Tin Guild? No, the Ochre Oil. Okay. So does the armorer have what he needs? Yes. Very nice. Let's... A sleek iron low boot. It's so funny that these artifacts are not produced in pairs. Footwear. There it is. Sadly, there's no... Oh, hi, B-Doc ZZ. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we have a goal. Survive. This is a Necromancer world. We don't have many enemies on this map, as you can see. We are right up here. And our civilization has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Necromancer towers at war with them. So we are now in the middle of the 3rd year, and we already had 2 Necromancer Sieges. The first one after 9 months, which was ridiculously fast. And all we want to do for now is to reach about 140 dwarfs and get the king on the map. And then become the Mountainhome. And if we have this, we can create new alliances and try out all the new stuff for the world map interaction that has been added in the latest patch. So for now, the order of goals is clean up the entrance from the siege, dig down into the caves and cavern layer, decide if we want to build a magma forge, produce enough value for the next caravan, and then set up areas for some nobles and roll on from there. We might expand the building at the top. I would like to build a nice castle. But let's see. So the first siege was like 10 zombies. This one was like 30. And the necromancers might also create experiments, which are extremely tough warriors, potentially, since they are randomly generated. And they also might have giant beasts like spiders with wings and mantis claws or stuff like this. Potentially armored, I'm not sure. They could also be building destroyers, which would mean that our entire defense is obsolete the second they have a single building destroyer. So there's a lot to prepare for, but for now, let's see. We also should have a few more chests for our living space. Yeah, sieges can be tough. Funnily enough, catapults are very effective against hordes of zombies because they do splash damage. But getting to the point to set up the catapults and have a nice vector of engagement, so to speak, area where they can be shot at is tough. What is this? A copper slab. Oh boy. One of the necromancers has dropped an artifact here, which is used to produce necromancers. Yeah, exactly. Let's be feisty. And put this slab in our museum in the main area and see what happens. Oh, there's let's not put that here, but put that here. Slab. Whoop. Yeah, maybe that's not the best idea, you're right. Having a large graveyard outside. But at least it's outside. This slab looks interesting. Okay, we solved our alcohol problems. Or rather, the supply problems of alcohol. Our herbalists, expert herbalists, very nice. So they produce enough. Socialize. Right next to the necromancer slab. The latest neck. Could be a LinkedIn post. Reading the secrets of life and death taught me a lot about leadership. Raising zombies is not just about the art of magic, but also about pushing the industry forward. Okay, let's finish our library. Yeah. I will update my CV. Let's say I have a certain talent to animate my team. Would have just done a work order, but I decided not to for some reason. Okay. And then I want traction benches, which we can't do because I need chains. So let's make 10 iron chains. Mechanisms. And then actually do 2 traction benches. Two. I would like... Oh, this is actually... I selected the very nice blue chest, which I wanted to have. We need a single table, 2 traction benches, and then the hospital is already set up. Just in case something goes wrong. In the first zombie wave, our legendary cook, or expert cook at that time, and professional appraiser got hurt. And I have a very minimal starting setup for embark items, but I always take 1 piece of thread and 1 piece of cloth for exactly that. How did the king die on the spot? I'm interested. Of old age, or... I wanted to add skulls, bones, shells, teeth, horns, hooves, hair, wool. And then here we assign bone carver, adequate novice. That's the best we have. Adequate bone carver. Assassinated? Yeah, there can be villain plots. And but usually it takes a few years for a plot to come to fruition. So we send our bone carver, bone crafts. Tooth crafts. Oh boy, my brain today. Totems. And horn crafts, man. Holy shit. Let's just say as long as we have any suitable items, they will all be transformed into crafts. By the way, I'm playing with mods in this world, and I have one or two very interesting ones. With one you can grind down totems, which you make out of skulls, into bone powder. And bone powder you can use to make fertilizer, or to use as flux material for steel production. So in case you embark, for example, near a volcano and don't have any sedimentary layers with flagstone like dolomite or chalk or something like that, and you don't find any marble underground, then you can still produce steel. And also you can char bones to make black dye, which is very cool. And you can make litharge, I think it's pronounced litharge, from lead. And this can be used as a replacement for rock crystals in glass production, or crystal glass production, which is very nice. Let's just ammo. Put 2 ammo bins there. Don't think they will have that much stuff. We also need to change our oh, it's summer already. I need to produce value, a lot of value. How do we do that? Probably just steel. Yeah, okay. Let's set up another production area here. Was not what I wanted. The bird problem? Do you mean the egg explosion that one chicken can lay like 20 eggs? then hatch 20 chicks and then everything just explodes. Yeah, also I have a mod that is called Domestic Egg Layer Fix. I think that addresses exactly that. Then I have another one that makes the syndrome from being bit by a cave spider temporary. Because at the moment in Vanilla Dwarf Fortress it's no, let's say it's permanent. Doesn't make any sense. To add let me quickly ban the bot. Yeah, procedural magic workshops, which looks amazing, to be honest. And dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. And I was like, I'm not sure if I like that. Let me see if I can find the image. Not yet. Oh, 1 second. So the dwarves in the meantime can build the magma smelters. Granite blocks. Not magma smelters. Did I build magma smelters? No, normal smelters. Very nice. So we need coal. We need iron. We need steel and pig iron. That's okay. Then we need something for the iron ore and something for flux material and something for coal. So let's see. Economic stone, bituminous coal, lignite. Here we want flux stone. In our case we only have dolomite at the moment, so I will activate just that. Then we need limonite and magnetite. We are using hematite for furniture production. Then here we want bars, blocks and coal. And we want to take items from our storage here. And then we want bars, blocks, metal, iron. And we also want to take from here. And And for the last one, I want bars, blocks, metal, bars, metal, pig iron, and steel. Okay. Do we want to assign any specific workers? We have Master Furnace Operator. Okay, so here are our 4 candidates. The merchants will be leaving soon. Broker, to the depot. I completely forgot them. So we say mark all. They have like nothing they brought. Let's trade everything, give them a little gift for the way, and say, okay, we're done. Alright, noble dwarf, let's trade. What would you like to have of our fine goods? I'll take everything. Really? Don't you want to have any selection? No, I'll take everything. Okay. And what do we get for that? Tons of ammunition. Here are iron bolts. Happy next siege. Oh, I really like those dwarves. Jeremy, I know we have our grievances, but those dwarves, I have to say, they are alright. Okay. So the humans seem to be happy. Overall trade sentiments are good. I had a really interesting bug with the war train dinosaurs. I was okay. I'm happy, you're having fun. So let's see. Do I still have the picture? There it is. Okay. Let's close Discord again. Can I just drag and drop it in? I can. Have a look at this. So I was generating an image with AI. I was thinking like, okay, how would this actually look? And I was immediately sold. Dinosaurs, yeah. So the problem is at the moment you can't produce any armor for mount animals, and you can't ride them. But I hope we will get some additions for that. I had some war elephants once, and I really wanted to produce some armor for them. Would have made me really happy. Okay, we did not assign all the workers here. We also have a master furnace worker. Yeah. Master furnace operator. Yeah, okay. Let's add the melt metal object work order here. Melt a metal object if melt designated items is greater than 0. Okay. Sounds reasonable. Do we have any steel items that I want to melt? No, 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 no. Looks good. We need some ore. This is not magnetite. Okay. So in a second we have enough ore. And let's do the work orders. Do I have melt? Make coke from lignite and bituminous coal. And limonite, magnetite, that's all fine. Then we say make pig iron and make steel. And we want to say make pig iron if iron bars refined coal is at least, let's say 50. Iron bars is at least 50. And then for steel bars we do the same. If refined coal is greater than 50. Okay. Let's also set a camera position here. A quick trip for a lava bath? What do you mean? Still have some animals caged. Stray drake. Alpaca. Is this our second alpaca? Oh yeah. Thieves. Well, good luck. We also have no more hematite for furniture production. Oh, maybe use a few more wheelbarrows here. Okay, you all have your tasks. I will set your work orders to not do anything else. With that, we should have a decent steel production. It's already late summer. Do you have any more picks? Doesn't seem like all steel picks are in use yet. Do we have more miners to assign? You are an accomplished miner. You can do this. Talented miner. Yeah. I think we are one pickaxe short. Ah, okay. Yeah. I think that's reasonable. Feeding a vampire is also a cool challenge. How big do I let my cities get? Well, 200. I don't increase the population cap because once we are at maybe like 170 dwarves or so, my FPS drops to 30. If there are not any weird pathing issues that drop it further. But that's low enough for me. And but what you then can do is you can go into the to the world map and start to conquer stuff. If you have a well-trained troop of a few soldiers, you can split them apart and put them as a competent teacher or student in a squad with 9 recruits, and then they can train them up very quickly. So what I like to do is go full warlord and produce steel armor like mad, equip like 5 or 6 squads, and then start conquering the world. Yeah, okay. $700 hours is a good time to get started. Also, a lot has changed since the ASCII days. The Steam version is so nice in the usability in comparison. Veins in sedimentary layers, specifically inside of magnetite, and then engrave them with a proficient or higher engraver, and this way you can produce a lot of value very quickly. So since I did not manage to do a nice steel production in time to produce enough value for the next trader, I will just engrave a few platinum walls and produce a lot of value this way. And I don't know if it's enough to produce enough value one time, but you want to incentivize enough migrants to come to your fort so it can grow very quickly, so you just have a lot of dwarven resources to work with, so to speak. Almost said human resources. But the chat, but the problem is that my Twitch chat is reconnecting every minute or so for like 2 to 3 seconds. So if you post anything in these few seconds, it's just lost. I can't see it. A tin cabinet. Fraudulent property valuation. Well, if we now do a meeting hall and we assign, for example, our miners guild here, and we have a look, it's already in hard mode near the maximum value you need for a grand guild hall. Just these few tiles of engraved platinum. Well, there are also zombies on the property, so I guess it's the mixed evaluation. Petitions. An engraver's guild. Okay. It's very nice that the guild concept and setup works well here. So let's do a few more spaces for potential artifacts. Which one was the engraver's hall? This one. Let's add these two. How much is this actually worth? 700. Okay. It's like a pawn shop evaluation. Okay, what do we got here? I brought you the secrets of life and death engraved on a copper slab. Yeah, you can raise zombies, you can do experiments, you will understand everything about life and death. Best I can do is $700. Ah man, oh, it has scratch on it, I'm not sure. Our caravan has arrived. Yes, we have a barony. Who do we want to promote? Maybe it's a bit unfair, but I want to promote someone who does not have important jobs yet. Shearer. He can take care of the flock, and he has a nice beard. You are a baron now. Okay, what do we need? We need leather. Just a lot of cheap leather. Steel anvils. What is my purpose? You deliver leather and steel anvils. Oh my god. If you know the Rick and Morty meme. The Holy Grail for 10 pounds, yeah. Yeah, but you can always get those very special monarchs. You know who I'm talking about. The ones that want a bed made out of tin or so. Items that aren't in the game, that can't be produced. If he would... Okay. That would be fine. Yeah, the lava bed. There's a nice cage with a clown over there. Have you met my friend Monster-Filled Cave yet? You can also build the King Expulsion Chamber with just a drawbridge. The king is gone. Gone. Reduced to atoms. Oh man. Let's trade. You have a lot of stuff. A silver minecart, okay. I buy everything, everything. They come with stuff and they leave with ammo. That's the deal. I want that one. Shouldn't you have a selection of stuff you want? Do you really want to buy everything? Uh-huh. Arms dealer? Yeah, I have a lot of cut-off arms here. Oh, the metal ones that you can fire. Oh, yeah. Was this enough for the Engraver's Guild Hall? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's a nice wooden chest. Mm-hmm. Who was it made by? It was grown by elves. Let's see. The cabinet. The elves. Just sold the ammunition and made sure to not sell them the wooden bins. And somehow they went completely apeshit and said, I see your kind still revels in death. Which is true, but usually I need to sell them like clothes made from sheep wool, or I don't know, some meals made out of cow intestines, or I don't know. Sell them something that implies that something has been killed. But for the ammunition, there was nothing. So maybe an arrow stuck inside a goblin corpse then suddenly implies death, or... Well, it does. Would be logical. But I don't know why they flip out when seeing it. I even cleaned it for them. Some of my animals might need a grazing area. You're absolutely right. I heard God has a nice grazing area. I will keep the alpaca. Ah, the puppies too. They can be adopted. Keep the water buffalo. Don't want the donkey. Keep the water buffalo. Can all be adopted, but actually I will snip. Ooh, do we really want to castrate the dogs? Let's not. Let's produce a war dog explosion. Every dwarven soldier in full steel armor will get a personal war puppy. Sounds nice. Okay, but you're totally right. For the animals I want to keep, I need the grazing area. It looks like they already are. This is a pet, I think. These are also pets. Oh. Let's see who stays. Moo. Yeah, Betty, let's go get you to the final pasture. Moo. Today is sausage day. I would also like to not cook the tallow. Thank you very much. Dwarven milk. An inside joke. Isn't that the milk of the purring maggots from caves? I think that was the joke. Oh boy. so unfocused today. Mm-hmm. Dwarf milk comes from the man, in fact. Mm-hmm. Well, now you're cooking with mayonnaise. Do you want to go on greens dipping them inside the mayonnaise? Okay, we have a lot of steel. How much coke do we have? $113 steel bars. This is amazing. I wanted to deconstruct these smelters ages ago, because it doesn't make sense to keep them here. I think we need to expand the fort a little bit. We also need to prepare an entranceway to the trade depot, which is 3 fields wide and also halfway defended from enemy attackers. I really would like to zoom in the world map, but it's not possible. I embarked up here. It's a temperate needle, coniferous, a temperate coniferous, heavily forested area. Also, I didn't care about groundwater, so we have an aquifer, which was just 3 layers here. I actually like to use an aquifer for underground drinking water, which is pretty nice. And we have some bayberry trees inside this area, which is nice because they make nice dye. Man, how do I do that? Oh. More of the outside area. Would be too soon. Do we already start cloth production? Well, all the dwarves are pretty happy, so that's enough for now. Our steel production is amazing. Granite blocks. Iron anvil. Granite blocks. Okay, let's assign our armor smith. Legendary armor smith, there he is. And you won't get any general work orders, but boots. Steel gauntlets. Steel shields. Did I miss anything? I think that's it. And you will produce them if we have less than 10. So less than 10. 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 And you will only produce 2 extra, please. So we always have one entire squad we can what did I want to say? One entire squad that has full armor. Legendary blacksmith. Wow. Legendary metal crafter. Where's our... There's the legendary weaponsmith. Haha. Alright. Your workshop does not get any general work orders. You will make steel picks. Steel battle axes. And iron bolts. And you will forge 2 steel axes if we have less than 20. 2 battle axes if we have less than 2. And you will forge iron bolts if we have at least 50 refined coal and at least 50 iron bars. So this way it won't interfere with any any steel production. And then we assign our legendary blacksmith. Since we have this opportunity, we cannot miss it. Legendary blacksmith, you will not do anything else, and what you will do is don't get general work orders. And what you do is you will make steel statues, which is ridiculous. And we will specify an image. And we will take... let me quickly have a look in the wiki. Animal People Dwarf Fortress. I think we will depict a cardinal person. Come on, load. There are all the animal people. The giant panda bear people. Ha, they look awesome, yeah. B-Dogs, since you're here, let's make panda statues. We will make Panda Man. I think that's nice. So, we will specify a new image. Creature. Panda Man. What pose do we want? Think we want a menacing pose. Do we want a goblin? Do we have a nice shape? Yeah, that would be a lot to ask for, I think, with this pixel art. It's already insane that they created all the animal people, but... Yeah, let's do the half moon. That's nice. Action or relationship. The Panda Man is striking a menacing pose. And the half moon? Can we say that the half moon is traveling? I don't think so. Let's say the half moon is smeared out into the spiral. That's enough. So, and from these statues, we will produce one if we have less than 100. Let's produce one. I want to do this. What do you mean wood? We want to produce a lot of value. A legendary diagnostician, scholar, chameleon man. Hope that they improve the presence of animal people a lot. And Todi hinted at it when he talked about the changes to world and cavern generation. I would be very interested in it. Okay. Let's build the statue of our panda man. It looks nice. Oh. I like the contrast. The steel adds to it, I would say. Exceptional. 1140. So the sad thing is, this finely designed steel statue of a panda man is worth less than the than a stack of steel bolts. I think steel bolts of this quality would be like 1,700 or so. Okay. And what do we want to decorate this with? Let's say furniture. And then say type statue. And metal, steel. Of any quality and any total quality. And what we will do is this jeweler's workshop. We have a High Master gem setter, which is cool. And you we need a gem stockpile here. So let's do a gem stockpile here. And then this workshop will take from this and will take from this. And then we do the work order. Encrust furniture with cut gems. And this one will just be repeated. Petitions? Farmers Guild. I knew the day would come, that they would request useless guilds. They can be somewhere in the caverns, I don't care. What do farmers even do, man? The problem with a farmer's guild is you have like 20 skills lumped into a single category. So they will have a gelding demonstration Yeah. It's crazy. Asking for a Farmer's Guild means you will get gelding demonstrations, potash making demonstrations, and stuff like this, which is just ridiculous. And if you want to train actual planting or stuff like that, yeah, they all get better at it. Test. Oh, the microphone was gone for a second. Again. Okay. Test. Apparently my microphone cable is very sensitive to movement. Our Baron has made a demand. I hoped he wants a zinc bed in his bedroom. We got one of those. Hello, Space Pants. We got one of those people. He wants a zinc bed in his bedroom. We talked about it, and I even said zinc. Or did I? No, I said tin. I was close. Tin. Send him to the pits. Oh man, do I really want to kill the Baron? I don't think a new one will be announced. Space Pants, that's the joke. No, you can't make beds out of zinc. So he makes a request for something you can never fulfill. So unless we get incredibly lucky, yeah, exactly. Unless we get incredibly lucky that a dwarf in a strange mood creates a bed out of zinc material, then yeah. Well, it's not that extreme. They will get unhappy, but it doesn't mean that anything is enforced. Sometimes I had ignored demands from King and Baron for like a few years, and all they did was give people whippings. So it's not ideal, but it's not a disaster. I guess that's the classic example, is it? Okay, how many steel do we have? Okay, our steel production is working. How many steel statues do we have? 16. And one is already encrusted. It's nice. Yeah, maybe I spoke it into existence. Could be possible too. Yeah, I could do that. Zinc nesting box. Oh boy. Let's dig down. Okay. And before we want our king's chamber, or the chambers for our nobles. Like this. Like this. That's not enough space. It will get flooded. It's a little bit sad. Let's go one layer further down. For the chambers of the nobles. Okay, there we have our gold walls. What do you mean with the rules about streaming? I can go to the circus, no problem. The only areas where you have those rules is in the Kid Fox entertainment forums or on Discord. You should avoid talking about details about the clowns in the general chats, but you have a hidden fun stuff forum for that. Yeah, also on the forums, I don't know. I sent a request like 2 months ago for a new account and they haven't approved it yet, so I guess it's more or less dead. Or at least the admins are not that active anymore. Ooh, we have malachite. Nice. Inside marble. Cassiterite. We don't really care about. Rock salt. Our sedimentary layers go very deep. I love malachite. Okay, no troglodyte or Grundle Vengabus here so far. They tend to just flood the entire fort with their cheerful presence. So let's make sure that the entire cavern area is walled off, so we don't get any nasty surprises. Do you have any more axe blades? Oh, and what I really would like is for these item stocks to show which items are actually allocated in a building and are not available. Oh god. We don't need all this stuff. We can melt everything. Don't need this copper stuff. Applewood training axe. Well, that's the disadvantage if you just buy everything from the trader. Okay, the walls are being built. It's gonna be a tremendous wall for a tremendous cavern. Nobody has ever seen a wall like this. I talked to the people from the Mountainhomes and they said we've never seen a cave wall like that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if it was that good, but it's supposed to be Trump, yeah. Those liberal elves. We're the greatest arms exporter on this continent. Make the Mountainhome great again. Mimika. Did you know that 13% of the goblins commit 80% of the crimes? Sometimes you have allied goblin civilizations. Sometimes you have war with your own civilization. And it's just so varied. And also, we didn't take any chances here, but you can even have a friendly necromancer visiting from time to time. This pasteurized dwarf milk is giving kids autism. Man. We've reached meme levels that shouldn't be possible. It's like a Russian nesting doll of memes. Excuse me, sir. We have noticed that you have cut down at least 30 trees since we last met. We've counted them all, and we wanted to tell you that's not alright. Can you please cut down less trees? We're like, let me sharpen my axe. I think some more variation there is planned too. They are very one-dimensional at the moment. That is what we have come to expect of you, of your kind, butcher. So they come in here and are racist. Okay, we found the candy. Is this candy vein nice? Section of the caverns has collapsed. You know, you guys are so stupid. You are so stupid. Who are you? Oh. Where do I place the stairs? I even have a meme for that. Oh boy. So what happened was they just dug inside the cavern, like I commanded them to, and then they managed to isolate themselves in the mining and isolate an area where they couldn't, which wasn't connected to any wall or floor tile anymore. So it fell down and the dwarf hurt himself. Okay, where was the candy vein? Migrants. 91 dwarfs. Light yellow diamond cluster. It even goes up here, which is nice. Let's see. Yeah, it should be close. Let's be a little bit careful here. Don't want to provoke the clowns yet. Elf Monster Slayer. Fetid Ghoul. That's so interesting because we have undead, intelligent undead visiting because there are so many necromancers in this world. Okay. I think it's time for some combat education. Proficient. Is Tholtic our special gem setter here? No. Then let's assign them. Milker. Dwarven Milker. Proficient Dwarven Milker. Okay, we wanted... Is this ADHS or something? This is... Like ages ago we said we want to do the King's Chambers. Or the Noble's Chambers. And I usually do them like that. Nice and large rooms. The king gets a 3x3 area here. Then we have a nice area next to it. We also want to extend this. And next to it we have a... Need a second. Yeah. Two like this. All right, have a nice lunch. See you soon. Space pants. Should you get a sheriff? So, once your fort becomes large enough, I'd say you can start at 50 people. You need a sheriff. When is this position unlocked? So usually the justice system works like this. You have a dungeon master, which will take care of your prisoners and feed them or stuff like that. You have a captain of the guard, which will execute whippings, stuff like that. Later you have a hammerer that does executions. And I think the sheriff is for investigations. Why can't I define a sheriff? I don't know. Maybe. So if you have assigned the according positions, I think for now it's just the captain of the guard. You actually get investigations here. Or if a dwarf, for example, is enraged and topples a workshop, you can adequately punish them. For 19 dwarfs, it's a little bit of overkill. Oh, that's nice. Steel industry. That's good. I wanted to build a farmer's workshop for the animals. Ooh. We got a lot of creepy crawlers here. So let's assign 2 cats to this. Pasture here. And we want to assign 1 cat to our food stockpile. Okay, we will soon have some dogs. The cat has started killing the creepy crawlers, so our food doesn't rot so fast. How was the excavation? This is cobaltite. Let's excavate all the walls of gold. We found a lot of gold without any effort, which is nice. We need to actually close off our cavern now. This. We will take siltstone blocks. Diorite. Okay. Do we have granite? Marble. Malachite. Gabbro. Cobaltite. Garnierite. No granite. Only gabbro. I like granite. Expansive cavern? Uh-oh. Doesn't show. Oh, it's up here. Okay, we found all of our caverns, which is nice. If you're wondering why gold looks different for me, I have a mod installed that's called Metallic Mundane, which improves, well, in my opinion, improves the metal colors. And I like it a lot. Oh, I can remove this image. Okay, the save is done. Okay, this is walled off, so we don't get any nasty surprises. Ah, the elves. Further abuse will not be tolerated. Do we want to go to war with the elves? I really like the idea of having exotic war animals like tigers or so. But it's so much work with the trading with the elves that I don't think it's worth it. Other than that, they only bring shitty wooden armor and fruits, which we don't need. So I think it wouldn't be a problem if we start a war with them. Man, the Necromancer Sieges. For now, we don't want enemies, but very soon. Ooh, that was a nice gold vein. Ambush. Really doesn't matter. Man, so many creepy crawlers. Our cat is going to town. Hmm. An Elven caravan has arrived. Trade sentiments are terrible. Hmm. If they... Okay. Let's only give them iron bolts that were locally produced, that have never seen a goblin corpse. And let's see if they bitch around. And if they do, we will end the trade relationships relatively quickly. Okay, I also want this all gone. I want an entire area for gold here. And we will use 10 wheelbarrows. Stone, metal, gold. We want to melt all the gold. Native gold. If refined coal is greater than 50. What color do we want the king's chamber to have? Let's actually use jet, which is this very nice blue stone. Or do we want microcline? Looks nice too. Let's use jet for now. They managed to cut themselves off. Great idea. Okay, broker requested a depot. Let's have a look if the elves have anything interesting. Let's trade. You have a lot of fruits. And it's all you have? Okay. Nehme ich alles. I'll take it all. Ah, now it's okay. Okay, and I know we had a rough start, but here are some little presents for your little Elven King. Ooh! There's a siege! A vile force of darkness has arrived, seeking a parley. Monstrous siege engineers. Man, it's just the third year. Okay. So, has anyone declared war? Yeah, the goblins up there have declared war. That's no problem. They are allowed to do that. They seek a parley to prevent their loss of life. Ooh, they all have masks, which our dwarves will happily take. Their equipment is really bad. So our entire troop of dwarves, soldiers can kill them without without our defenses. So actually this is a good test case. Our fortress is actually called New Road. So let's actually be a bit feisty here. Let's move our entire squad up here. And then let's count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where are the others? Are they sleeping? Ah man, you gotta love dwarven troops. They're still sleeping. So let's wait until we have almost all the dwarves here. 8, 9. And that would be the tents. Let's ignore their petition and just shred them with this meager troop. Why are you running away? Okay. Deny the petition. Charge! Charge! Okay, the siege is over. Damage assessment. One is seriously injured. No wounds. Okay. Let's get you to the hospital. Well, that was a quick siege. Yeah, the nice thing is we don't need to wait for yeah, that was effective. It's no comparison because they have full steel armor with extremely high quality, and they have a shield, so they will absorb a lot of blows. And a goblin with copper armor can't a copper weapon can't really hit them in any way. And the thing is, in combat, the dwarves get a lot of experience, so this was actually a very efficient training exercise. Okay, and let's do something funny. Since we crushed their siege in like half a second, let's assign a messenger. Someone who we are not mad about if they don't return, but still has decent, proficient negotiator, adequate intimidator. Okay, you are our new messenger. Meng, congratulations. You will now go to the Goblin civilization. And you will demand unconditional surrender. Petitions. Yes. You can all stay. We have a few dwarves in the hospital. What's the diagnosis? I have no doctor assigned. That's not good. Ulin. Congratulations, Ulin. I really wish I could search in these menus. I will need this process plans order. Hello, someone over there. Yeah, so I don't know how much experience you have with the game. If you generate worlds with a longer history, goblins will usually tend to take over. So this way you can generate a very tough world if you turn the number of sites. You can get a lot of sites with goblins that you can invade. Usually the process currently is a little bit complicated. You first need to invade, and conquer a site. And when you have conquered it, then you need to send a messenger there and demand the soldiers come back. And you will usually lose one soldier who will claim to be the site's new administrator, which you need to account for. But you can't really tell a troop to go there, claim the site, and then come back. It's a two-step process. If you just attack sites, so you not only can send soldiers there, but also have an exchange of people. Main fort can only have 200 people if you don't raise the limit. You maybe can actually manage a larger economy, which would be nice. Okay, let's say we want rock blocks and we want infinite and we want them out of jet. Do we already have gold? So we want a wall here, then this is jet flooring, and this is our first. Let's do something really fancy. So we have wall here, do gold here, wall here, 1 free, like this. And let's make the center out of steel, which we don't have at the moment. Okay. Okay. So it's 1 space, then like that, then gold. Okay, let's engrave this. These will be the chambers for our nobles. We also need to expand our living quarters, because we have a lot more dwarfs now. So at the moment we have 60. This brings us to 80. And 100. We don't need the exact number. But let's do 120. So usually if you have pairs of dwarves, or couples rather, they will sleep in the same bed. So you can actually have 10 to 20% less beds than you have dwarves. But it's just a good idea to have some living space beforehand. I have a mod installed that's called Metallic Mundane, and these changes the colors of the materials. For example, gold looks tint, and I love it a lot. Looks amazing. Okay, how many jet blocks do we have? We already have a lot of jet blocks, which is nice. So we can set up the chambers for the nobles. If you're wondering, there's no specific setup you need for the noble chambers. I just do a setup that looks nice. For the king, you need to keep in mind, if you are aiming for becoming a Mountainhome, you need to collect 7 special items and craft a special throne. So I'm doing these 8 fields and usually put a nice statue in the center. We made a lot of steel statues already. So let's take the one that looks like the highest value, which is this one. Gold thrones, what do you mean? This is just I'm preparing the king's chamber and the chamber for our baron, count, or duke. And an engraved gold flooring is just a very quick way to generate a lot of room value and get them up to the requirements. Let's also do steel pedestals, and we are creating 8 of them. Do we have any more engravers? Yeah. Let's assign these 2. Did our diplomat return? Meng Messenger has returned. He demanded unconditional surrender. Was rejected. He met with the Lord of Sabers. The high number of lost invaders made the task seem more possible. It's so nice. Meng attempted to negotiate deceptively. They read their opponent's underlying motivations. The proposal was a spectacular failure. Okay. Then I guess live by the sword, die by the sword. Okay. We have some bismuth bronze items which we can smelt. I'm not sure if bismuth bronze has such a nice color like properly. Anything special there? Okay, let's finish the flooring. We want jet blocks, which we already have more of. This is a very nice panda bear statue. Who needs a Grand Guild Hall? The Miners Guild. We are doing a little trick. Our guild halls are near a central tavern grouped around it. So dwarves that are idle in the tavern will actually watch the demonstrations of nearby guild members, and this way we have sort of a spillover of talent. So we have 2 legendary miners which tend to hang out in the miners guild, and then they train all the other dwarves passively. So we have a lot of talented and adept miners just by doing nothing. Oh, there are also some soldiers here. The trick is we are using pickaxes for combat weapons, which are sharing the miner skill. So we can actually, by mining something, we already train the combat skill for our soldiers, which is very nice. And also, I think the ambusher skill and the mining skill are the only non-combat skills which can also be used in combat. Space pants, I'm not really sure. So the problem with crystal glass is you would expect glass to work like you make a lot of raw glass, and then the raw glass is processed into actual items, which is not the case. Raw glass is a special item category which can be cut, so it's like a gemstone. This is very problematic. Yeah, I know. So if you want to make crystal glass goblets, you actually need potash, some fuel, pearl ash, some fuel, rock crystals, and then the sand, and directly designate the crystal glass goblets. Yeah, I'm so sorry. If you would like to experiment with it, there are mods which modify glassworking, so you can actually use it like that. And also, you can melt glass items and recover raw glass. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing at the moment. I'm sorry you wasted the items.